The wait for a first Premier League win this season keeps carrying on. What didn't quite work out there for you today?
I think second half, so really great. So first half, Liverpool showed why they just lost one game and won all the other games and played really well. So we had a great start with an offside goal, and then we struggled a little bit. But second half we did really well. We created chances. I think we don't get more chances like this. And also I saw now on TV for me a clear penalty, the foul on Marc Guéhi. He holds him with two hands, and and so at the end it's a loss. But the second half especially gives me a lot of confidence for our upcoming games, and this is what I also told the group. Yes, we are very disappointed because the players invest a lot, and we could see we were, especially second half, we were competitive at maybe the best team at the moment, and so this is what we have to build up on, and this is what we will do.
On the penalty call, the match centre say that there wasn't sustained holding. Do you think there needs to be clearer guidelines on what that exactly means?
I don't know what this, especially this is a term, but it's not about which term is written. It's when I see the picture, I have to decide, and then I don't have to look what is the term, but this is clear. And when you see it, Marc makes the movement to the ball, and I don't know. I think it's Cody Gakpo holds him with two hands, and he can't go to the ball, and this is in the box, then it's a penalty. And so if the same foul is somewhere on the halfway line, it's a foul, and so there is no. If it's a foul, it's a foul.
It's a foul, says Oliver Glasner. I'm sure he'll be looking at that in the long time he has to wait before the next game, thinking, why didn't we get it?
Yes, no doubt he'll look at it again. And as we said, we thought it was a penalty. But I think he should also look at himself after today. I must admit, I rarely have a pop at managers, but I think that the system was a bad one to play against Liverpool to start with. And then you've got to question whether you're leaving out someone like Mateta, who, OK, came on in the second half, did well, Palace looked more dangerous, so you can always say it afterwards. But even before the game, me and Wrighty looked at each other and thought, Mateta, the goals that he's scoring, the presence that he has on a football pitch, very, very surprising that he's not started. Of course, he brought him on quickly. Might have been too little too late, but I thought the system that he played, as I say, a back three, ends up being a back five. Too many spare players at the back there. Then they concede all possession because there's spare men everywhere for Liverpool. And the selection. I thought the two things that he did today were questionable.
Ricey?
No, I just thought, I was very surprised to not see Mateta because of the physical aspect he brings to the game. And you could see, what was it, eight shots in the second half? Simply because he's there, he's somebody to pass to. And then the same with Will Hughes coming on, who's fantastic. And we're hearing that Adam Wharton isn't quite fit. So you just think to yourself, at home, you want the big man on, passing the ball into him, people around him. Maybe that fires up Eze a little bit more, gets Eddie Nketiah more chances, simply because they've got a focal point. And I thought at home it was maybe it's the wrong decision not to start him and Will Hughes.
First of all, congratulations. The winning run continues for Liverpool. But after such a quick start to the game, how hard did you have to work in that second half for the 3 points?
I think it's always hard to come here. Obviously, the results, I think, over the years have always been very tight and close. And, I think, obviously, I think we scored a fantastic goal, in my opinion. Well played, obviously, Cody, Costas. Great finish from Diogo. And I think could have done maybe a little bit better. Second half, obviously, then we know they're coming out a little bit more pressure on the ball, and I think we have to play a little bit more than we did. And overall, obviously, take the 3 points and intense run before the international break on a high, and now we go to the internationals.
Cody, it was a great ball for Jota for that goal. Talk us through it, because you had to be so patient in the build-up, but then when the goal came, it just seemed to come so quickly.
Yeah, I think Costas turned on, and then fullback was pretty tight on me, so I made a counter movement, and great ball from Costi, and then I saw Jota running inside the box, so tried to put it in front of him, and he was sharp like always, and then put it in.
It was your first Premier League start today. You've had to come off the bench in all the other games. Was it important for you to make an impact? Yeah,
I think first start, obviously you want to show what you got, and I think we have a great squad with a lot of quality, and today was my turn, and I did my best, so yeah.
And defensively, best defence in the league so far. You got to be happy with that.
Is that right? Yeah. Obviously, we keep going, we keep working, and we never satisfied, so we always can improve. And I think today as well, obviously, I think we needed Ali twice, 3 times maybe, and that's what we're trying to avoid. But if we have to defend, we have to defend with everything that we got, and everyone is contributing to clean sheets, but I'm very happy with the clean sheet as well.
Well, you're top of the league heading into the international break. Do you think you've surprised a few with the way you've started under the new manager?
Listen, I think there's always expectations towards different teams, and whatever the outside world thinks of us, we don't really care. We want to improve, we want to challenge, we want to compete to the final day and win and be successful, and that's what we're focusing on, not what other expectations or something like that will be. We got a lot of points up until now, but we want to have a lot more, and we know how tough the fixture list will be after the international break. Well, why not enjoy it? So I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully everyone involved with Liverpool as well.
Well, Virgil, you are today's man of the match. Cody, I'll let you do the honours.
Congrats. Congrats, brother.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much.
A key role for both of them today. Virgil van Dijk marshalling the back line that kept yet another clean sheet, while Cody Gakpo got the all-important assist for the only goal at Selhurst Park, scored by Diogo Jota. Let's look back at that goal. It came just 9 minutes in, Mo.
Yeah, it was a very good goal, wasn't it? Very well worked. They were looking dangerous down this left-hand side. Tsimikas played a lovely weighted ball. And Gakpo, I was really impressed with this because lots of wide players, they lift their head up, they look into the middle, they see nobody, so they tend to take another touch. But as a centre-forward, righty, we just want them to whip it in as quick as you can.
Put it in there, because as you've seen with Diogo Jota there, Jules, he knows where he wants to end up. And he obviously knows, in respect of Gakpo, he's going to put it in first time, because then once this goes in, he's in front of him. And that is the difference. That's the margins for Palace today. You know, that's the one bit of real true quality we saw in the game, and the game's over in respects of a result, because they've got a player who, in the moment, has come to life there, Diogo Jota.
The timing of that run from Jota, Jules, was absolutely exquisite, wasn't it? He literally landed in front of the defender. The split second the ball was produced there, and that's... the timing is an art, isn't it?
It's artistry, what we just saw. People just take that for granted. They see that because, like Michael, what you rightly showed, on the edge of the box, when Gakpo's putting it in, there's no one in there. So at some stage, you're going to have to get there. So people think that, oh, he's just going to push past a massive defender like that. He's got to make a move. It's a really good point that Michael made to show Jota. Look where he's behind him as we speak there. And then he's got to come in there. Chalobah knows at some stage, I've got to make sure I clear this. But he's too quick, Diogo Jota, with his thinking and his movement, and the fact that Gakpo's put it in so early. It's brilliant movement, and it's very underrated stuff, that kind of play.
Yeah, because the defender knows where you want to go, doesn't he? And you've just got to time it in the right way. And that's why you see a lot of centre-forwards getting behind. You see there, Jota was in behind his man. So he doesn't know when he's about to start running. It's very easy to go in front, but you'll get tackled. And it's very easy to make a run early to get in front, but then you'll go in front of the near post, you'll make your finish hard. So the key is to time it so you're maximising your chance of scoring, so you're more central to goal. And you're obviously on the blind side of the defender. So all of those things, centre-forwards are thinking as the game is being built up down the left-hand side. So it was absolutely timed to perfection.
Beautiful.
Brilliant finish.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
From a striker watching it, it's beautiful to watch.
Well, they enjoyed that. Agreed, have both of them alongside me. I wonder if they agree about this critical moment in the game, which came in the second half. Should we have seen a penalty?
I think so. And I think that, obviously, I think Virgil van Dijk, he's working on instinct here. You know what I mean? You can see him here with his arm. He pulls him here. People are saying, oh, yeah, but he's nowhere near the ball. He's not interfering. He's not getting involved in the play. But Virgil knows something. You know, obviously, Virgil doesn't know if that's coming to him or not by the time he's pulling him now. He doesn't know that ball's going to, by the time he connects the ball, whether it's going to go to Marc Guéhi. Look, he's already pulling him. But now the ball's gone too high, and now they're going to say, oh, it's because he's got no effect on the ball. Virgil knows that if that was given as a penalty, people would be saying something like, why is Virgil touching there? That's what would have happened, but, you know, they've got another way. They've probably got another way to explain this one away.
Did you agree, Michael, about should have been a penalty?
Yes, I thought it should have been a penalty. When it wasn't given on field, I didn't think it was one of those that VAR are going to get involved in, because there are mitigating circumstances. You could argue, as Wrighty says, the ball was too high, the ball would never have got to him, blah, blah, blah. It was only a quick pull. But Should the referee have given it in real time if he saw it? Yes, I think Liverpool got away with one.
All right, we're going to get the official word now from former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher, who joins us. Derm, thank you so much for your time. You heard the guys in studio. You've seen the incident. Can you explain to us why that was not a penalty?
I think Michael's done more work for me. Honestly, I think it comes across quickly. We watch it in slow motion. I think that's a big thing there, Julie. When you watch it in slow motion, he's got him twice as long as we think. I think he does grab hold of him, but in penalty area you see all players are reaching for each other. He lets go of him very quickly. The ball's high, it goes towards Alisson, who punches it away. Pre-season there was this told the clubs it has to have impact, it has to have consequence. You look at the ball's too far away from Guéhi, as Michael said, that's what was told. I also think we've got this better threshold of on-field decision what the referee to make it. And as Michael said, if it's thrown to the VAR, it will never, ever be overturned.
You know, when you look at that, Derm, even with that last angle, when the ball goes across and Virgil starts pulling him, Virgil doesn't know where the ball's going to end up then.
No, exactly.
It's once he's taken the strike there, Derm, and the fact that it's come off the back of his heel, it's gone high, and everyone say, "Oh, he's not." You watch it here. Virgil's already got hold of him now, right? He's got hold of him. He's stopping him. If that ball comes in, he's impeded him. So for him, he's impeded him. So we can't just say, "Oh, because the ball's gone up there, it's not a penalty because he's not gonna get the ball." We've got to give it because of Virgil's intentions. And I think that Virgil, in that moment, his instinct. It's just instincts with the defender, like you said, Mert. They're just then, Derm. You naturally pull him. He's pulled at him, and that could have been something that was given. If it was given, I'd say, wow, that's strange of Virgil to pull him there. That's a big chance he took.
Yeah, Dermot, I just want to ask you a quick question. So I get the VAR side of things in that they're not going to relook at that because there are other circumstances at play. I get that. But as an incident, do you think that was a penalty or not? From a referee's point of view, not from VAR, from a referee's point of view, would you have given that penalty?
I wouldn't. And I was so surprised to be asked to sit up here to speak to you both, honestly.
We just wanted to see your beautiful shirt, though. Look how beautiful his shirt is.
New one, that?
Yeah, it's a new one.
I just think sometimes, you know, players reach, players feel, and you have to be careful what you wish for. That 2 seasons ago we were in a situation maybe it's going, penalties are too soft, you know, we're giving them for nothing. And now the tolerance level is higher. I actually like the first 6 weeks, however it's been. I like the fact it's been raised. I like the fact we know it's got to have impact, it's got to have consequence. So I'm a lot more comfortable than I was 2 years ago about these kind of decisions.
All right, Derm, and the beautiful new shirt, thank you so much for your time.
You're the best, Derm.
Thank
God
you.
bless you, right.
OK, Palace did have a number of chances in the second half. It was improved. We wondered where Mateta was. Suddenly he was introduced.
Well, yeah, because, you know, same with Will Hughes. I think Will Hughes came on and made a big difference. But you can see, even just with that instance there, you know, Mateta being in a position, a focal position, you can see Eddie stretching there. Like, it's very hard to get the direction when you're stretching because then you're just trying to connect with it. You know, so he's hit it straight at the keeper. And again, with Eze, good strike, straight at the keeper. I think this one, Mike, you know, it's straight at him. You've really got to... You've got to do... It's this chance here, Mike, you know.
Some really poor finishing, wasn't there, from Crystal Palace there? I mean, this is another poor one.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
I agree with you on the Nketiah one. When you stretch and you lose accuracy. But there was no stretching from Eze there. That was, you know, he had a couple of options. What, I mean... We were debating this one, you know, while we were watching it. You would have let that come across your left foot. But you had a better left foot than me, so I would have done the same as him.
You would have opened up though, Mike.
Obviously, he's tried to go far corner.
Yeah, but Michael,
you whipped it near post.
I would have probably let it come across me more, so as then you open up that bit of the goal, or you can hit it with real power into the near post. Yeah. But I know that Michael's finished. So what I would have done here, Mike, because I know you've got the outside of the right foot finish as well, but like the little flick over him or something, or you can whip it in there, Mike. But I think I would have let that come across to my left foot. I'd have let it come across, so then the defender's out, and then I'd really drive it in there. So you can go with more power rather than opening your body, trying to bend it around a place where there's not a lot of space. Mike, you think you should have given him the eyes?
I think possibly eyes and whip it into the neck. That's what I would have done, because, as I say, compromising my right foot, in my eyes, was better left, where I wasn't as comfortable. Right, he had a stronger left foot than me, so I get... The textbook probably says, hit it with your left foot. But I would have gone right foot and eyes.
Yeah, but then if you've got the eyes, Mike, that's top finishing, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because as soon as
you tried it.
Yeah, you tried. But but when we done, the first thing Mike said, he said the eyes. I said probably, yeah. I think Harry Kane probably gives the eyes there. Yeah. You know, because of the proximity of where he was in the goal as well.
Well, 8 shots for Palace compared to the 1 in the first half. So an improved second half, but still nothing to show for it. Another defeat for them. Let's hear post-match thoughts from their manager, Oliver Glasner.
They're not stopping crosses. The left side's causing them a massive problem, Gakpo and Tsimikas. And, you know, we haven't even seen Mo Salah get involved yet, but they're going to need to change something for me, Palace, to get themselves back in. Maybe Mateta, I don't know, but they're going to need to change it.
And yet it was Palace who could have had the early lead.
Yes, and again, it's like, you know, it's down that space. I think Sarr does very, very well once this ball comes, because you can see the defenders there. But once it comes wide in this area, then that's when Liverpool may have a problem. But unfortunately, Eddie's run, the run he makes, you see him here, he needs to get around Virgil, go the other side of Kanate, because there's enough time on the ball for Sarr. If he gets round there, or he gets level with them at least, his momentum took him offside, and it's just such a shame because he lost balance.
It was an Ian Wright finish there, wasn't it?
You know, so I like the finish. The finish was brilliant.
I remember you scored one of those.
Yeah, I remember. I know the one you're on about, Mike, but
yeah.
He just needed to try and get himself on side there. It would have been a great start for him.
Yeah, that was just 20 seconds. It would have been a great start. It was Liverpool who got the great start. As Wrighty said, very strong down the left.
Yeah, they have been strong down the left, Jules, and that's where the goal came from as well. As Wrighty said, Mo Salah hasn't been really that much involved, but Gakpo has, and that was a brilliant ball. But we have a look more closely at this goal. You know, full back here. Nuno's, I mean, just totally ball watching.
I don't know where he's going.
Absolutely ball watching. Brilliant ball from Tsimikas. And then when you just pause it here, a lot of wide players will think, oh, I can't see anybody in the middle, let's take another touch. No, don't do that. If you're a wide player, don't do it. You put the ball in the dangerous area, and it's down to the attacker to make the run, time the run, nip in front of the defender just at the right time. Yeah. And he did it perfectly.
Brilliantly. And, you know, it's Chalobah. You know, obviously he's not been playing regularly. He's not as sharp. And Jota's sharpness there. You know, when you look at the edge of the box where he was to where he ends up, he knows exactly where he wants to be. And Michael's bang on with the cross. That's what you want to see more of with wingers. Just put it in there. It's up to the forward to get there, and he done it brilliantly.
Yeah, Munoz going off injured shortly after that, replaced by Nathaniel Klein. Mo, you picked up something in the build-up. You mentioned it once again. You're concerned about Palace playing with the back three and what that meant facing a front three of Liverpool.
Exactly. If you're man-on-man, which rarely you're going to do, then, of course, it can sort of work. But inevitably, it's going to be a back five. And you see there the back three just marking one in terms of Jota. And that's been the case for a lot of the game. And once you do that, you've obviously got 5 against 3. You're going to be losing bodies elsewhere, and I just think Palace, and they probably either need to go to a back four, or they need to be braver and go man on man. But again, every time you look, it's spare men at the back. And OK, there will be midfield players running, but then midfielders can track their runs. But all they're doing at the moment, see, a centre-half's got to come into midfield, leave holes then. And of course, if it was the other way round, as I say, you can just track runners. You see the back three here, it's a little bit all over the place, and Jota's on his, and McAllister's on his own there. So I just don't like the system. Look at that back 5 there. There's 5 of them, and they still can't defend a ball. It's almost like when you've got too many men back there, it's easy to pass on instead of thinking, right, if it was just man on man, you think, you're my man, so I'm constantly going to be focused on you. When there's 5 against 3, it's, oh, shall I pass him on? And there's confusion. I just think they're over-numbered at the back there. And then that's causing a problem with Liverpool getting all the ball in the midfield, because there's obviously 2 extra men somewhere.
We've called that poor Palace, highlighted even more by the fact that Sarr's chance in first half injury time was their only attempt in the first half. Yeah, because they couldn't get on the ball, and we've seen that is a great pass. That's a great pass, but they've not been able to get on the ball in that area. Adam Wharton has been dispossessed a few times. You know, Eze holding onto the ball a bit too long, but that was fantastic. And you know what I mean? It would have been a bit of a nightmare for Liverpool had they conceded there, but that's how easy they can do it, because they need to get another man, for me, another man in that midfield, maybe go, like Michael's saying, into the 4, get Eze to drop off a bit, Eddie to move up and bring Mateta on. Bring Mateta on and really have a go at Liverpool this half. They need to do something different. Yeah, they really do. All going Liverpool's way in the first 45 minutes.
Here at Selhurst Park, Liverpool leading Crystal Palace 1-0 at half-time. Joe's ditched the headphones. He's back with me in Crouchy. Jota gave Liverpool the lead, Peter. What did you love about the whole move?
Everything about it. I thought it was a fantastic goal right from the start. You know, if you look at the back three, there's so much space for Gakpo. you know, to make his run. It was a fantastic run, but they just haven't coped at all. Like, it cannot deal with Gakpo. So much space he's got. Fantastic ball in, and Jota's movement. Just look how on the front foot he is. Chalobah, he's reasonably close to Chalobah. If you look at the difference between Chalobah and Jota's movement and pace, once it comes back into Gakpo here, great run, great ball. But look at Jota. Look at the ground he makes up. There's only one thought in his mind: to get across the front, and a great finish. He's just always alive in the box, Jota.
Yeah, he's a goal scorer, isn't he? And what he does really well in that position, he plays off of the centre halves. Like he's off Chalobah's shoulder, and he gets across in beautiful timing. Great. And Liverpool, it should have been 3 or 4. They've been completely dominant.
73% of the possession, as you said, completely dominant, but just one goal up at half-time, Joe, and Palace almost went in level, didn't they, through Ismail Assar?
The only thing Palace can be happy with is the fact it's only one. It's a lovely ball through. That's a great touch. He lets it settle, goes across, and that's why Alisson's the top goalkeeper. He's had nothing to do. He's been sitting there watching it. He could have put his slippers on for the whole half, but he's needed there. He gets a strong hand, and Nketiah is there. And that is the only glimpse after the first 20 seconds where Palace turned up today.
That's a sign of a top goalkeeper. He's had nothing to do at all. He's been a bystander. You know, one chance, it could have been in the back of the net. It was a fantastic save. He was alive to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Liverpool 1-0.